Howdy. Happy Monday. Well, hopefully it's a happy Monday for everyone. We'll see about that when we get going on this topic. We're going to be talking about Ascension symptoms, something that I've been experiencing quite a bit of, and I'm sure anyone who finds this video probably has the exact same shit going on in their life. So, what are they? Ascension, what does that even fucking mean? Is any of this real? Probably not, but who knows? So, where to start with this? Ascension symptoms. So, in the whole spiritual field, this is the mindset that our consciousness is expanding and that we are ascending to the next layer of consciousness, whether that be 4D from the 3D or 5D, where, everything's kind of like a dream realm, right? Reality becomes what our dreams are. So you can fly and all that cool stuff, the omnikinesis. But why is this happening? Is it happening? How do you know if it's happening? Is it real? Or are we just evolved monkeys? So one thing that has been happening a lot recently that I'm sure everyone is kind of aware of. I don't know if you've been seeing it on your YouTube feeds or your Google, other than all the news going on around the world, all the crazy stuff that we shouldn't be paying attention to because it really doesn't matter. But the things we should pay attention to are some of these solar flares and the flashes. Well, I shouldn't say the flash. I believe those two are different. I don't know the exact definitions of them. But I believe a solar flare is where the inner energy of the sun kind of almost implodes. But it doesn't implode. The planet itself, well, I don't even know if the sun is a planet or kind of like an entity of energy, because I can't imagine that there's a physical wall. It's kind of like a force field of energy. I just imagine it's like lava floating in the sky. Oh, which sounds so stupid, but okay, answer below. Do you think the sun, if you went up to it and you touched it, it's hard? There's a ground. I don't think there's a ground. I think you just fucking burn, man. I think that thing is a flying inferno. But either way, it's emptying out. It takes all that energy and saying, we don't want this shit anymore. And it spits it out. Spits it out into the solar system. And it's been heading towards Earth. And this has been happening a lot recently. And it has happened in the past. And the largest event, the last time we had a solar flare, was back in the 1800s. Back when we didn't have all this technology, all the Wi-Fi. We didn't have any technology. We had telegrams. That's about it. And back then, it even blew out a lot of the telegrams. It destroyed them because of the energy coming in. So I wonder what's going to happen down here. So on the technology side, if you guys have been seeing your phones lagging a lot more, I don't know if you like online gaming, but systems not exactly working, buttons falling apart. Not falling off the controller, but things like the inputs not going through. That might be happening. You start seeing random synchronicities in life. Things that are just magical. That's what I see a synchronicity as. It's almost too perfect. You're there's no way that would happen. These are starting to pick up, both on the good end and on the bad end. So I want to briefly just touch on what I think this energy is kind of doing for us. So if you can imagine, a huge ball of energy comes through, smacks the Earth. All right? It's not going to physically impact us like a meteor would and fucking caveman our asses. Or, I mean, we wouldn't go back to caveman. We'd all be dead. It doesn't matter if you're Zuckerberg in a bunker in Hawaii. You are dead, brother man. The flood and the fallout afterwards will kill everything. But that's not what this is. This is seriously just energy. And it's hitting everyone. And it's raising the energy of the planet. So when I'm saying ascension symptoms, I'm talking about how are you feeling throughout this time? You should be feeling good, right? Right? Not necessarily. See, on one hand, the good activities that you do feel way better, right? I was talking with my buddy yesterday. We went to the gym and then we sat outside the pool. And we were just talking about how sensational the sun was feeling. The weather has been so great. I mean, the birds are like so lovely. Like all the good things in life that we can identify. Our weightlifting has been better. Food tastes better. Talking to girls with good intention feels better. Like across the board. And even everything we want in our lives. Like for me personally, like on the investing side, I've been fucking killing it. I've been making videos every day. I've been having a great time. I've been reading every day. I'm following my purpose, my passion. You know, he got his first rental property. He was just talking about that a couple months ago. Boom! Reality already manifested. Like that. Same thing with the buddy that I talked about yesterday, shifted realities. All these things where you get that image in your head, it comes into your reality quicker because there's so much more energy coming in. But the bad stuff, if you imagine the bad stuff, is also coming in way quicker, which is why you see such a societal divide. And please, 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 guys, use discernment when you watch the news for the rest of this year. Because I promise you, things are about to get so weird, so strange, that you're going to be like, this can't be real. And I'm telling you this, not all of it is going to be real. They're going to be doing psyops. They're going to try and keep you stuck in this false matrix system that they've built. Look, all the evil powers around the world are freaking the fuck out because they're losing control. People are waking up, looking at the system and saying, wait a minute. We live in America. You know, I basically have 1776 tattooed on my soul. However, the reason that we started America, the reason we rebelled against Great Britain was over a tax on tea. And yet now, if you're making, let's say, like a 30% taxable bracket income, you're probably paying close to 50%. Once all things are signed, sealed, and delivered, it's lunacy. We rebelled over 3%, and now we're paying 50%. Make it make fucking sense. Chipotle's $20. Make it make fucking sense. We still have wars. Make it make sense. It doesn't. It's falling apart. Even the youth, they're waking up now. There's college kids that are saying, wait a minute, I have 2 degrees and I'm not even applicable for this job because I need to have 2 degrees and 10 years of experience, but they only hire people that are 22? What the fuck? I was supposed to be in a bachelor's program when I was 12? This doesn't make any sense. You're right. It doesn't. It doesn't make sense. We're playing their game, and we have to wake up, and we have to start playing our game. And our game is to step into the light of this new energy coming in and kind of use it. Because not all of us know exactly what we want to do with our lives. I mean, some of us do. Most never figure it out. Right? That's the great game. We kind of just get fucking trapped here. And we're like, I don't know what to do, man. Nothing makes sense, so I'm just going to do what other people tell me to do because life doesn't make any sense. Right? If you really boil it down, most people live their entire life based off of what they were conditioned to believe ever since their first breath of consciousness, not the first breath of life. Because when you're a baby, I don't think babies are entirely conscious. I mean, they're kind of in that like lucid dreamy state all the time, that theta brainwave or the delta. They're not actually like thinking. But I'm saying once that first consciousness hits and the children of this country start going to school, think about the indoctrination that you have received, that I have received, that all the young children are receiving. Whether it be in religion, whether it be in how to treat other people, whether it be in any type of school, curriculum course, you know, English, history, math, science, they'll teach you everything. Even online, they censor certain information, right? So in a way, they're telling you what you can learn. And then they have decided reading books and all these other things, and they push the laws to kind of shape which way you go. And then they preach to you from a young age, whether it be from TV shows where they do this subconsciously to you, where if you're the person in the TV show that didn't go to college, they're usually going to characterize that person as a bum in the show. Have you ever noticed that? They're not going to be successful. in the show. They don't want you to think that you can go outside of the system and succeed. They don't want you to think that you can achieve everything you want in this reality. They want you to believe that if you sit down, shut up, and you work really fucking hard, that you can have everything you ever wanted and your cake too. That's not how it works. This whole school system was started by Rockefeller in the fucking first place. I mean, it wasn't started by him, but like the higher education system kind of was, because he needed factory workers from back in the day. There's a reason that all the curriculums everywhere are taught the same, basically. And there's a reason that you're graded for doing things the exact way the professor tells you. If you find a new way to do something, you should get a Nobel Prize for it. Instead, you get fucking checkmarked off. Right? So are we focusing about becoming better as human beings, or are we focusing on putting people in boxes? And I think it's the boxes. That's what society wants. And the ascension that's coming right now is literally disintegrating that box. And I want all of you guys to become very aware that that box is there. That whether you can have that perspective that, oh my God, I'm outside of society, I understand everything that's going on. No, I'm still indoctrinated in certain ways too. Everybody is. And the goal is to figure out, all right, so like what ways am I still under their control, and how can I shift it back to my control? Okay? And you have the power to do this. You know you have the juice, you have the energy. So it's 12 minutes in. I haven't even talked about a single ascension symptom, which is kind of what I wanted to talk about, because that's why I'm even wearing these headphones in the first place. I have a killer headache. I've been hearing ringing sounds pretty much nonstop, which is kind of annoying. And I woke up and my lower back, my spine, and my hamstrings are very tight. So what I wanted to talk about with that, and ask you guys, are you guys experiencing similar symptoms? Because the soreness and the ringing go hand in hand. And in the past, you may have heard high-pitched ringing at some point in your life, right? I think everyone mostly has, but it's been happening a lot more. And you might be asking, is there something wrong with my ears? There's absolutely nothing wrong with your ears. Here's what's happening. So when that energy comes in, it's at a different frequency than what we are used to. Human beings, believe it or not, only have a certain spectrum that they can see, right? Whether it be color, whether it be sound, whether, sight in general. Like, we can't see all of reality. We can't hear all of reality. We can't feel all of it. Our brains are capped in our current state of consciousness, right? So when that energy's coming in, it's at a different frequency that we're not used to. It's not like sound to us. It's that high-pitched frequency ringing sound. That's what that energy is. And the reason you get so sore is because while your body's asleep at night, you're getting a lot of this energy sent down. These are downloads. It's realigning your chakra points. I mean, give me a little bit of leash on this. But if you can imagine, all the good things and the bad things in your life are kind of decided by your chakra and your karma that you have in your body, right? So imagine a huge blast of energy comes down from the sun. All right? Boom! Smacks your bitch ass while you're sleeping. And this is positive energy. Its job is to make it so the good things in your life get easier to do and the bad things get worse to do, or you don't want to do them. So if you don't want to do those things anymore, or they get worse for you to do because you're starting to manifest them faster because of the increase in energy, well, then you're going to have to change. Your body's going to have to go through changes. And that's what this soreness is feeling. And it's across the board. And I wonder, because certain days, I'll get sore in different areas. Now, here's a funny story that I just want to throw in here, because this is going to go back a couple weeks. But the first time I felt this, it wasn't soreness in my back. It was soreness in my throat, which I thought was kind of strange. I was like, I don't have a sore throat at all. It wasn't dry. I wasn't sniffly. I was like, what's going on? And then I watched this guy's video. It's Our Everyday Lives, Michael. and he was talking about some of the Ascension stuff and all the different chakra points. So I started getting very interested in the different chakra points. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, I keep beating myself every day because I haven't been filming videos and putting them online. What chakra point would control that? Throat chakra. All right. Guess what I did the morning after? When I woke up and it was sore, and the second the soreness went away, I had an intent to film a video. It's like it just came out of nowhere. It's almost like it didn't make sense. And so now I'm wondering, I was like, is the soreness in my lower back, is that like my root chakra? Is that my sacral? If I get in my mid back, am I now talking about the solar plexus center? Am I talking about the heart center? Where are we now? Energetically. Can I feel pain or discomfort on the outside of my body? Can you feel energetic pain? What happens when you receive the download of the higher level of consciousness and it fully turns on your crown chakra, which is outside your body? That's up here. Does your auric field expand? I don't know. I wonder. I mean, I'm very interested, but I just wanted to bring up some of these Ascension symptoms so, you guys kind of understand that you're not going crazy. Everyone's going through this. And if you're feeling it especially more lately than before, I would love it if you do this right now for me. Get out a pad of paper and write down on that pad of paper 10 things that you'd like to get accomplished, let's say by the midpoint of 2025, right? Or you can do end of year 2024. 10 things. 10 goals for yourself. And then of those 10, I want you to pick 3. Copy those 3, next page. And then of those 3, if there's only one that you need to do, circle it and start doing it. Okay? You have the energy now. You know you want to do it. It will make you feel good. Just do it. There's no time to waste anymore. There's no time to waste. You have this energy. It's infinite. From a religious sense, this is, in the Bible, what they were talking about with Jesus coming back. A lot of people, well, at least in my belief, everyone is, no judgment. They can have their own beliefs. I don't believe that Jesus will come back like a physical form and like fly in the sky, and because how could everyone around the world see him at once? I mean, what are they going to do? Have a giant projector in the clouds of Jesus' face? Right? That would be shocking enough, because if Jesus actually came back and put a projector of his face in the clouds, people would be like, wait, who is that? Oh, they didn't tell you that Jesus was probably black? Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, so that would be awkward. It would be so awkward for everyone. So I don't think that's the way that he'd come back. However, within the Bible, they did make references to he would come back like a thief in the night. You wouldn't notice him. Okay? That's kind of seems like something that would be like a solar flare, right? Who could make a solar flare? Could a human being, could any other entity in this universe cause a sun to shoot off multiple solar flares and flashes towards a planet of direct energy exposure in a short period of time? No. So do we really think this is a coincidence? Do we really think it's a coincidence? I don't think it is. I don't believe it for a second. I don't think it's a coincidence, but I think it's our job to discern for ourselves what's happening. We know there's energy coming in. What are we going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? Are we going to do the same things that we have been doing that have been giving us shit results? You know that's the definition of insanity. We can't... Wait, boys, we can't be doing all that. That's like going back to your exes. We can't have that. No. Wifey's right around the corner. Go around the corner. Change directions. Try something different. Switch lanes. If you already found your lane, push the pedal to the fucking ground. That's the message, baby. That's what I've been getting. Loud and clear. Even if I wake up and I feel sore, even if I have a migraine right now, even if anything bad happens to me in my life, the good recently outweighs everything. The good parts of your life are getting better. Focus on the good and keep pushing for the good, and you'll get more. That's the shift. Right now, everyone needs to be conscious of the things that are hurting them and change. They need to transmute that negative energy into positive energy to ascend. Your vibrational energy is dictated by your feelings. So change your mindset, change your feelings, integrate and absorb this new energy coming in, transmute and become better. All right. That's all I had for today. Love you guys. Stay groovy.